reward. He had respect into that. So the same thing, I got respect into this reward that the Lord say that we're going to get. I have faith in that. Wholeheartedly trust in the Most High God. And that the words right here that he said is true. Wholeheartedly, faith. Okay? And you should too. Okay? Esteeming the reproach of Yahushua greater riches to be shamed. I'll be shamed right now. I'll be looked at as crazy and stupid and a hate group and terrorist and all these things that they call us. Okay? I'll take that. Okay? Because I esteem that greater riches and stacking spiritual chips. All right? Because I got respect into that reward that we're going to get. All right? Rather than living my best life for a little bit of time. See, I want eternity. Forget time. I like eternity. I don't want treasures and riches for a time. I want treasures and riches for eternity. And he's showing us how we can get that. Okay? But you got to have that faith. You got to have trust. Wholeheartedly. All right? So here's an example of the opposite. This is Matthew 19. This is Matthew 19 and 16. It says, and behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, talking about the Lord. One came unto the Lord saying, Good master, what good things shall I do that I may have eternal life? And he said unto him, so this is the Lord's reply. This is Yahushua's reply. Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, and that is Yahweh. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. And he said unto him, Which? And Yahushua said, Thou shalt do no murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, honor thy father and thy mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. The young man said unto him, All these things I have kept from my youth. What lack I yet? So he said, Hey, I'm a good guy. I live as a good guy. I'm a good guy. I don't steal. I don't, commit adultery. I don't, sit up here and do all these wicked things. I'm a good guy. So he thought. He said, What lack I yet? Verse 21, Yahushua said unto him, If thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possession. So he had the money, cars, clothes, and the hoes and success. All right. And he had money, cars, clothes, and the hoes and success. And he was a good guy. But he wasn't a perfect guy. All right. He wasn't one of those guys that was willing to make his body a living sacrifice. He wasn't one of those guys that put his total trust and faith wholeheartedly in the Most High. Because he was like, well, I got a bunch of money and I got a bunch of things and I got a bunch of stuff and I got a bunch of success. I don't want to get this up. You know what I'm saying? But no, you got to. If you put your trust wholeheartedly, see, because this is a present evil world. See, just like Moses, he was like, nah, I don't want this just for a moment, a season, just for a time. All right, see, but this guy, he wanted that. He wanted to keep all that. Okay? It says, but when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possession. You got to give up this world, man. You got to give up this life. Now, I'm not saying, give up your job. Even if you have a job, some people got a little service job, bull crap job, but it's paying the bills. They live from check to check and they struggling, of course, but the Lord take care of them and they get their little paycheck and that's it. Some even have career type jobs. Now, if you got that, no, you work, you gotta eat, you gotta, take care of your family. So we're not saying, oh, no, just be the bum and be homeless out on the street. No. You know what I'm saying? If you got a gig, that's, paying your bills, you gotta eat, gotta clothe yourself, gotta take care of your family, you may even have a couple things that you do that you like, Oh, all right, whatever. The Lord will throw us some comfort here in this hell that we're in. He'll throw us a bone every now and again, but it's going to be a balance, man. Where you're going to get enough hell to where like, oh, man, this is a present evil world. I'm ready to get up out of here. But then he said that he's not going to put too much on you than you can bear. All right, you're going to be able to bear it. So he'll throw you a little comfort every now and again. And you're like, okay, thank you, Lord. You know what I'm saying? But still ready to get up out of here. Still realizing that this is a present evil world. And you want the Lord to come back to set up the righteous world. That's going to be right here on the planet Earth. Okay? It says, back in this Matthew 19:22, it says, but when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, verily I say unto you that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. Because his just like this guy, his mind truly was on his riches and not on pleasing Yahweh Shem Yahushua and wholeheartedly trusting and putting his faith in him and giving up his treasures, giving up his success in life to follow him. All right, because if you was gonna follow him, you was gonna go through more than you was gonna go through already being an Israelite anyway. Okay, we go through additional things. All right, and that's that spiritual fire that we're going through, being purged, all right, of all our wickedness and infirmities and iniquities, being purged of all that ways of the world mindset. All right, this is what this spiritual fire is doing, and that's why it worketh something, because we're learning to be those righteous judges and gods and rulers that we're going to be. We're learning that now, going through the spiritual fire. Okay? See, but those that want this present evil world and want to make it and live their best life and strive for riches and fame and fortune, even if you think you're a good person, right? No, you're going to have to learn by the physical fire. All right? The wrath of the Lord. All right? And you don't want that. You don't want no parts of that, because that's going to be, it's unspeakable what it's going to be. That's how bad it's going to be. No torture or death that has ever taken place on this earth is comparable to what the Lord is coming back with for those that didn't trust in the Lord, those that wanted to live their best life. No, nothing has been worse than what the Lord is coming back with, that fire and that judgment for those who's going to be caught up in that wrath. So you don't want that. So are you wholeheartedly having faith and putting your trust in the Most High and make your body a living sacrifice and being renewed in your mind? Are you? All right. So that was an example of the opposite, man. But we must put our whole trust in the Most High. And it may not seem, it don't seem popular right now and then like the thing to do, no. But hey, you got to have respect into that reward. And first and foremost, fear. Fear the Lord. Fear what he's got. Fear that wrath. That's the beginning of wisdom, is that fear. All right. But you got to wholeheartedly put your trust in the Lord, man. This is Hebrews 11 and 17. It says, by faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac. And he that had received the promises offered up his only begotten son, of whom it was said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called, accounting that God was able to raise him up even from the dead, from whence also he received him in a figure. Okay, so the Lord told Abraham to kill his son. Abraham, he didn't want to kill his son, but guess what? He had wholeheartedly trust, total faith in the Most High, that the Most High was telling him to do this for a reason. And he trusted the Most High that at the end of it all, it was going to be all good. All right. He didn't know why. He just like, damn, kill my son. My son, his only begotten son that was from his loins. All right. That was counted of the seed of promise, because he had a son in Ishmael from the bondwoman. All right. But no, that wasn't, he wasn't counted for the seed of promise. But Isaac was. And the Lord said, hey, sacrifice your son. Kill him. And he put him on that altar and was, man, just about to go ahead and kill his son, because the Lord told him to. He had faith wholeheartedly. All right. Total trust in the Most High, that whatever the Most High said, he said it for a reason. And the Most High is all righteous, and he's right in everything that he does and tells us to do. And right before he was about to kill him, the Lord said, don't do it. I was just proving you, seeing if you truly had faith, and he did. Hey, man, that's beautiful, man. So I'm trying to have that kind of faith, man. I'm trying to have that kind of faith. And you should too. All right, give up this present evil world, man. Sacrifice it. Make your bodies a living sacrifice, man. Wholeheartedly trust in the Most High God. All right, this is Luke. Chapter 18 and 8. It says, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? All right. When the Son of Man, when the Lord comes with that wrath, shall he find faith on the earth to have mercy on those that have faith? All right. Will you have faith when the Lord comes? All right. Will you make your body a living sacrifice and forsake this present evil world? Will he find faith on the earth? All right. This is Romans 12. Romans 12, and I'll start at the top. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, all right, holy, separate from the rest of this world and what they say is what's up. And the American dream and trying to attain the things that they say attain to make it and have this title and this status and have the money, cars, clothes, and the hoes. All right? Living your best life. No. Leave that for the world. You holy. You separate from that. Okay, it says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. That's how you're going to be acceptable when the Lord comes back, is having that faith. And you not, when the Lord come back, you wasn't with this present evil world. You wasn't trying to live your best life. You was against it. You spoke against it. You taught against it. You lived against it. You thought against it. All those things. That's how you're going to be acceptable. Verse 2, it says, and be not conformed to this world. Be not conformed to this world and the things that's in it. 2/3 of our people, they all engulfed in it. Conform to it. All right. Everything that this world say, they trying to, the new latest trends and the new latest fads and all that, they all up in it. All right, trying to attain and have this status and be looked at like they made it. That's being conformed to this world. Wanting to make it. That's being conformed to this world. Okay? If it's anything outside of, hey man, I'm just going to work to get me a paycheck to pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? And then just trying to, you know, all the things that we go through, trying to just learn and grow. All right? How the Most High would have us, and it's just trying to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, having faith in Yahweh Shai first and foremost, all right, and showing that faith by the way you think, your works, your conduct, the way you live, okay? That's going to show if you are conformed to this world or if you made your body a living sacrifice, and when the Lord come back, you have hope of salvation, okay? It says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High God. All right? You got to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. See, before I came to the knowledge of this truth, I was conformed to this world. I was trying to live my best life, make it. All right, get the money, cars, clothes, the whole success, you know, bring my family up and, you know, get them houses and take care of them and just live, man, and have fun. I was trying to do that, but I didn't know just how wicked this present evil world was. I knew that it was, but not just to the depth of how it was, and just I didn't know the truth. I didn't know what the Most High wanted of us in totality. But when the Lord blessed me with that gift of faith and understanding, a measure of understanding, man, and blessed me with that fear of Him, it was easy. You know, it wasn't, but it was. Okay? And I had to transform my mind first. I had to be transformed in my mind, and then the actions followed. Okay? That's what you should be doing. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. All right? Because we got something stored up waiting for us, man. This is nothing, man. This is nothing. All right, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 2. And I'll start at 38. It says, arise and stand. Behold the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord. Now this is Ezra having a vision, all right, of those that the elect, okay, that were saved from the wrath, all right, that have gathered faith for a treasure, all right. And here's part of that treasure. Check it out. It says, arise up and stand. Behold, look at the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord, which are departed from the shadow of the world. Which are departed from the shadow of the world. and have received glorious garments of the Lord. Take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of the Lord. Thy number of thy children, whom thou longest for, is fulfilled. Beseech the power of the Lord, that thy people which have been called from the beginning may be hallowed. I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. And I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he said unto me, These be they which have put off the mortal clothing, all right, the mortal, all right, which the flesh and wanting to do the things of this world, carnal, all right, put off the mortal clothing and have put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Now are they crowned and receive psalms. That's the treasure I want. But to get that, you must make your body a living sacrifice now. To get that, you must not be conformed to this world, but make your body a living sacrifice and be transformed by the renewing of your mind. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Can't do it. Nothing else. That's how I go. All right? Those that's going to receive those crowns, those the ones that's slated for salvation, saved from the wrath, saved from the fire. Those the ones that's going to be saved from that. They have put off the mortal. They made their bodies a living sacrifice. All right? And they put on the immortal. All right? I want that treasure for eternity. Immortal. Okay? This is my last scripture, Lord willing. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1. It says, But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. In this, that torment, that second death is going to be a torment. All right? That's why the scriptures in that second Esdras, it says those that have rejected this truth, all right, those that wanted to be carnal and live their best life, they're going to dwell in torments. Dwell in torments. Not just be tormented for a quick second, but dwell in torments. Okay? But this Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 1, it says, But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. I don't want no part of that torment. Okay? I don't want no part of that torment. Although I probably deserve it. All right? But may the Lord's blood cover me. All right, because if not, if it don't cover me, then I deserve it. I deserve that torment for all my wickedness, man. I deserve it. But I have hope that me putting off the mortal, me making my body a living sacrifice, I have at least hope that this torment won't touch me. And I put all my faith in Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, wholeheartedly, that I give up my life here in this present evil world to live in Yahweh Shah. It says, But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High God, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken as misery. So in the sight of the unwise, we seem to die. Oh man, look at man, he ain't having no fun no more. He don't do the things with us no more. He don't do this, he don't do that. All he do, he in that Bible. All you do is talk about that Bible. All right? See, the sight of the unwise people, that's what they say. That's how they think. It says, and they're going from us to be utter destruction. They think that we just destroyed. It says, but they are in peace. Man, we are at peace, man. Unbelievably so. Verse 4, it says, for though they be punished in the sight of men, yet their hope is full of immortality. And having been a little chastised, they shall greatly be rewarded. See, because we being chastised right now, going through that spiritual fire. Chastised meaning to punish for the sake of moral improvement. See, we being morally improved by going through this spiritual fire and keeping our faith and our integrity. All right? And doing what's right, even though people think we crazy. All right? All right? The unwise think we crazy. All right? So that's the whole world. All right? Talking about these heathen nations, plus even 2/3 of our people. All right? 2/3 is a bigger number than the rest of the Israelites. 2/3 is a bigger number than 1/3. All right? The 1/3 is those that's slated for salvation. 2/3 are going to get caught up in that wrath, in the physical fire, so they could learn. See, we learning right now through the spiritual fire. Okay? So it says, and having been a little chastised, because this is what we go through right now compared to the glory. That's why in Romans 8:8, it talks about for the suffering of this present time shall not be compared to the glory which shall be revealed in us. Right? The glory that's going to be revealed in the elect, those that have put off the mortal, those that have made their bodies a living sacrifice. And what we have to go through right now in this spiritual fire, even though it seemed to be grievous right now, all right, it hurts right now, but we can get through it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, but being a little chastised, it says, and having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. See, 2/3 of our people who ultimately are going to still be in the kingdom as royalty in their right mind, they're going to be greatly chastised by that physical fire. That's how they're going to learn. All right? That's because fire is the best cleansing agent there is. So we're trying to be cleansed from all impurities, all right, and ways of this world and wickedness and carnality. Okay? So the spiritual fire is purifying the elect. The physical fire is going to purify the 2/3. So I want to be purified by the spiritual fire and go through right now. Be a little chastised and not greatly chastised. All right, because those 2/3 of our own people, they're going to be greatly chastised in that physical fire, the wrath of the Lord, weeping and gnashing of teeth, dwelling in torments. It says, for though they be punished in the sight of men, yet their hope is full of immortality. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For God proved them and found them worthy for himself. As gold in the furnace hath he tried them, and received them as a burnt offering. We made our bodies a living sacrifice. We were that burnt offering. Okay? He tried us through this adversity that we're going through. Are we going to keep our faith? Are we going to keep our integrity? Or is it too much? We're going to just give up, go back into the world. All right, which one? It says, verse 7, and in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like the sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people. I have respect into this reward right here. Do you? Because you got to wholeheartedly put your faith and your trust in the Lord. And you got to show it and prove it by your works, the way you live. the way you think. It says they shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him.